Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Season 8 of our Simply Colorful FiberCast. This is our 8th year of coming to you from our sewing studio here in Hopkinton, Massachusetts. And for those of you who have just joined us, welcome. For those of you who have been with us for a couple of years, or maybe even from the beginning, welcome and thank you. As a kickoff to our 8th year, which I can't believe, and to spice things up a little bit, and in an effort to be grateful despite a global pandemic, I am going to set myself on a goal of making 8 quilts in this, our 8th year, and I'm going to raffle them off to you. So let's get started, and over the course of saying hi, which you can do on the YouTube channel, or by sending me an email to lynn@simplycolorful.com. Grab a project, work on it. Let's see what we get done in the next 60 minutes. And through the course of working on this new quilt here, we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about, including maybe what you're grateful for. I know I'm grateful for this outlet, this creative outlet, and I'm grateful for a somewhat semi-clean studio. You can see I've moved around a little bit. In fact, quick shout out to Cindy Pratt. The first quilt of 2021 just came off the gamel, and I don't know if you can see part of it. It is Sunbonnet Sue and Sam, and it is a great, wonderful quilt, very tailored to the recipient. And it's just a lovely quilt. So that's the first one off. Here's what we have in the queue. I got myself a nice little rack so that I can keep the quilts in line and not everywhere in the studio. So with that, here's what I'm thinking I want to do today. I want to make, what are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8-inch squares like this. And this is inspired by a quilt that Pam Pendleton made. Pam is down on the Cape now. She used to be a teacher here in Hopkinton, Massachusetts. And we start with a layer cake. And I'm going to show you how I'm making it. I don't know, frankly, if this is a Missouri Star pattern. It probably is. But I just love the way that Pam's quilts have come out. And she said it's her go-to pattern now for when she has a layer cake. So this one happens to be batik layers. Hello, Linda. We did not get that big snow. Hello, Sarah. Oh, I'm grateful for you too. Thank you for joining us all the way from Vail, Arizona, that is. No snow in Vail, Arizona that I know of. Although it does get cold in the desert, doesn't it? Hi, Carol Bell. Happy New Year to you. Maggie, Happy New Year. Oh, so this is what we're making. And I am starting with just this bright colorways. I split them into 2. There are 2 of each of these, each color. So I think this is 20 squares. Of course, they are the jagged, and they don't measure 10 inches, which is really a bummer because they say they're going to measure 10 inches and they don't. Can you see this? All that teal blue is, so they're like 9 and I don't know, 7/8, maybe even 6/8. So instead of using 5-inch squares in the middle, I'm using 4.5. And instead of using 2.5-inch sashing, I'm using 2 1/4. So, and I thought I would just show you, we'll just start from the very beginning cutting. Like take 4 random from your stack. Let's see, a pink and an orange. And maybe here's another orange. And then maybe a dark bluey purple. How's that? Woo! Compliments will give us lots of contrast, right? See that one? Look at how the blue is even not even as big as the oranges. So, oh, I have to show you what I got for Christmas, having to do with rulers. I got a couple of things. One is my sister KB in my stocking gave me grip strips. I think some of us have been talking about, maybe on Open Sew, the fact that our rulers were slipping. And so I was going to get the dots, or I was going to investigate what you'd recommended. And I think someone had recommended these. These are grip strips, and they're non-slip solution for your rulers and templates. No more finger walking down your ruler as you cut. So it's a little edge that I put on each side. It sticks well. And man, when I put it on here, it's nice and firm. So now that I'm armed with that, and I put a new blade in my Olfa cutter, get my glasses on here. So what I've been doing is cutting off the zigzag and then using this edge, of course, to go in and measure 4.5. Uh-oh, what's that noise? So 4.5 inches and 4.5 inches. I cut 2 of these. Oh no, I don't even have, yeah, that's fine. Okay. One of the stack here, the 4.5er, I cut into 2 strips of 2 1/4. And I put those there. Then this, and I do 4.5 square. Those will be my inside squares. And then I do 2 at 2 1/4. And I just love the way this gripper ruler works. Now my Martelli rotary mat, I can hold steady. Okay, so now I have these 4 stacks, right? And then just random, I think what I'm going to do, and I'm going to cut them all out, but basically take one of the squares and put it on the bottom. And now I have, say, the orange will have blue all around it. So let's do that one first. See where I'm going with this? And I could, and I should probably do all 4 of them. The question is, can I be so random? That's the question. I think I just veered off. Oh, hello, everyone. Hi, Kathy Klein. Hi, quilting. Hi, Diana. Hi, Dawn. Oh, Dawn is knitting now after an afternoon of machine quilting. Oh, good for you. I know what you mean about an afternoon. That can do a number on your shoulders and your back. I'm so glad you're out there. Hi, Carol Baldwin. Happy New Year and welcome to becoming a patron. You are now in the running for winning one of 8 quilts this year. So what I'm going to do is throughout the year, I'm giving ourselves a little slack. I could have done 12, but we haven't been on air for 12 years. We've only been on starting our 8 years. So we are going to make 8 quilts this year in 2021, and we're going to raffle them off to Simply Colorful patrons. So if you want to be in that bucket every raffle, go to patreon.com/simplycolorful and get your name in there. And that's how we're going to do it. I think we'll do it the old-fashioned way, where I'm going to write all of the patron names on little pieces of paper, put them in a bucket. I'm going to show you, show you them all, put them in the bucket. Then I'll probably ask Bob to come up and we'll mix them up and he will pick randomly. Even if you're in the UK or in Australia, we'll mail you the quilt. That's the plan. So I just am so grateful for this opportunity to have this outlet and quilt with you. It's amazing what we can accomplish. And it's amazing how much we've grown and what we've learned and what we share. For patrons, this open sew has brought Simply Colorful to another level. And I know I've said that before, but it's, or I started to say it back in November. It takes a while to get used to. And I might even have like a newcomers open sew. We do it twice a week. Anyone who is a patron can come, no charge. And you can come for as little or as long as you want and just get a sewing fix. And you can hear what other people are doing and just check in, because if you're like me, I'm sick of COVID, but we can't give up now. We have reason to be optimistic. And that reason are the vaccines. So isn't this going to be a pretty one? Now, the question is, will I play with it? No, I'm not going to. I'm going to try not to play with it. And I'm ironing away from the center square. And then I will trim that up. So now we have two. So it's going to be very bold. I also, by the way, got some Tula Pink line from her newest line. And it definitely reads gray on the screen, doesn't it? But if you look up close, it does have all of these pure colors in it. So I was thinking maybe this would be maybe a border. I have 2 yards of it. Prime quality. Maybe I'll see how big this is, and maybe I'll do a border. It just reads so gray. But we'll see. I do have, of course, I already have an idea for the second quilt. And part of me thought of going into the archives and pulling out a quilt and raffling it right away. But the whole point of this is to be grateful for the opportunity to work together. So I decided we should make it in season 8 and then raffle it off. And then, of course, you can give the quilt away to anyone that you might want to give it to. You can keep it. You can donate it to, to an organization you care about in your locale, whatever you want to do. Oh, Sarah is working on a Bally wedding. It's a Judy Niemeyer, right? Oh, for your son's wedding. Woo. That is great. That'll give you something really tangible to focus on. I'm so glad you're with us. It must be, let's see, in Arizona. Are you 3 hours earlier now? Hello to Steve, if he's there. Hi, KB. Happy New Year. These grippers work great that you gave me for the ruler. I love them. See, I got my baby back. Nice and clean. Whew. Boy, I needed it back. I made all of the quilt labels for those t-shirt quilts. Not that there were that many. It sounds like I made hundreds of t-shirt quilts. I really didn't. It felt like it at the time. So Dawn is knitting. Hi, Mom. Are you knitting? My mother is making some Aran mittens, I believe. You should see the intarsia mittens she made us. In fact, next week, I'll try to remember to bring them. There we go. That's another one. I know it looks really garish right now, but once they get all together, they're going to be fine. Purple with this more subtle orange. And then once I get these 4 done, then I'm going to cut all the other squares so that I can start to get just more variety. So if you have a layer cake kicking around, you know what? I'm going to do 2 in a row. This is a good way to do it. I almost did the Dakota Sunrise pattern from Missouri Star, but I thought this would be a good one. Oh, just 2 hours earlier. Okay. Oh, good. Steve is working with his photography. We went to the Saguaro Park for evening light, so I just made it back in time. Oh, wow. You hot ticket. Those pictures that you've been posting of, I think it's the sunset rather than sunrise, right? In your backyard. I showed my Bob, and he wondered whether it was sunset or sunrise. Well, Sarah, so you should become a patron, and then you can join us for Open Sew now that you have a project. Is Leah out there? Carol Bell, you must be, you're late. Or Ann Hayward. Maggie, well, I'm going to look for you at Open Sew. Carol, I'd love to have you join us. See, so now I'm doing 2 at a time. I had to chuckle to myself, and I hope you guys think this is funny because I thought it was kind of funny, and it's at my own expense. So behind me is what they call a Z-rack that I just bought from Uline so that we can put the quilts that are in the queue on coat hangers. And the Z-rack is really cool. It's shaped like a Z, and it has 4 wheels on it, and it can maneuver, and you can move it. So I was moving it from one end of the studio over to behind me today before FiberCast. And I enjoyed the process of rolling it, and it reminded me of my time at Amazon when we used to roll the carts that were filled with all the packages. And I was nostalgic and yearning for my days moving packages at Amazon. Cracked me up. I really need to get a life. But isn't that funny? I do like the the logistics process. It's fascinating. But I'm sure it gets old. It's easy for me to talk about it now because I'm not doing it every day. It was hard work. Oh, look at that. I forgot to do my other ones. I'm going to trim up these 4 so we can see what they look like. And so what are you grateful for? Speaking of 8. Oh no. Maggie, your knee keeps buckling on me. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Maggie, there's no pressure either. Take care of your knee. If you feel like it, join us. If not, we completely, I'm sorry to hear about your knee. I can actually relate to that. Do you think is it a torn meniscus? It's about all I know what there is. Or is it worse, arthritis? This is my favorite part of sewing. Believe me, I gave this some thought, what we work on today. And I came close to making some shorts. And I may do that. I'm intrigued by the thought of making some clothing that really honestly works, looks good. And I'll tell you why is the clothes that you can buy at Walmart or wherever, Kohl's, the quality I find is not as good as it used to be. And I would like to make some clothes that really last longer. Now I used to go to Salvation Army. Well, they've closed those around here. So I can't even go there and get old, nice quality shirts and then adorn them, which is what I would really like to do. Whether it's a denim shirts or whatever. So I think I might try and make some. There's 1. There's 2. Hey, wait a second. Are my seams? Maybe I'm... My seams might be too scant. 3. I think I made a quilt similar to this for my friend Kim Norton, I think. Colors are looking familiar. It just feels so good after the holidays. As much as I like the holidays, it's nice when they're all done and you can focus back on something. You can really get into the flow of things, which I hear is good during pandemic times. We're lucky we have something that allows us to get into a flow state of mind, because can you imagine if we didn't have something like this during the pandemic? It would be hard to wait. We're basically all waiting. The question is, when this is all over, will it be like the Roaring 20s 100 years ago after the Spanish flu? Okay. Hey, this goes fast, doesn't it? Oh, I'm so glad you guys are out there. Yay, Sue is cleaning her studio. Good for you. Uh-oh. Carol, I hope you're okay. Wait a second. Hi, Linda. Hi, Carol. Happy New Year. Nose is running and eyes are running. Really strong shallots. Oh, Carol. Phew. Thought it was COVID. That's funny. Bob loves shallots. I love them when I'm eating them. I don't like the lingering smell of shallots. But I love shallots. Good for you. Ooh, these are bright together. You guys might remind me, maybe I've already made this quilt. It's looking awfully familiar, which would be just a crack up and so classic. Hey, who's gotten the vaccine, by the way? I think we might have some people amongst us. Two, three, 4.5. Folks in the healthcare industry. They had vaccines here in some of the senior centers. So again, I just cut one square. That's 4.5. It's amazing what we're getting done. I wonder if Christine is on. Christine, I think, is on a beach. Very jelly. Okay. I'm going to put these in line with some others I already had cut. Let's make sure. Oh, yeah. Have to. This could get messy. I'm going to move 2 to the back because these orange ones, I don't want them together. I hope you're talking amongst yourselves because I love that you're out there. Hi, Marcella. Oh, Linda, I'm so glad you signed up for Patreon. Uh-oh, some issues. Well, let me go look. Oh, bummer. I'm so sorry. 1, 2, 3. There and there. Okay. All right, you know what? I'm still going to put these aside and cut some more because I want to introduce some that bright chartreuse colors. So, my gift. We did a Secret Santa gift exchange this year with my family, our family. And Bob made me some wonderful gifts and gave me some wonderful gifts. But in addition, we did the Secret Santa with the family. And I got from my brother-in-law a homemade gift that you have to see. Look at this. It holds my rulers, and it's just the right size. It's only, how big is it? Let's see. It's 11 inches across. Oh, thank you. I did finish, my dear Jane. You started me on it. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Jan. Isn't it awesome? I love it. And you can, once you get these things, they're just the right depth to hold the rulers. And I just love it. And I can move it. And I've got it over here. It's just perfect. And it forced me to go through my rulers and pick out any of my duplicates. Oh, and I found my add a 1/4 inch paper piecing ruler. I haven't found my add an 1/8 inch yet, but I will. And I found, this little thing, which I love, is for your 1/4 inch seam. It's better for older machines, and it has little dots so you can check your seam allowance. This is for drawing 1/4 inch on either side of your squares. Oh, fun, fun, fun. Okay. But like I said, that Grip-It works really well. Thank you, KB. Grip strips. These are what I've been putting on my older rulers to get more life out of them. Okay. Anyway, that was the Secret Santa. My brother-in-law, TG Bob, made it for me, and I love it. People were so creative. My niece made my husband, she's up in Alaska near Juneau, I think. I should know that for sure. And she sent Bob some various Alaskan treats, like salmon jerky and a t-shirt from up there. And she had made some fireweed jelly. And that actually, I think might taste very good on crackers with some cream cheese. Not good for my New Year's diet, but that would be good. Make sure I'm cutting these right. So there's that. I'm liking this quilt so far. The idea of these goes together quickly. And of course, if you buy a layer cake, the designer has put all the colors and patterns together for you. How that's going to work. It might work okay. Kind of random, right? So I'm going to keep going. Oh, Colleen, what am I making? I'm making a quilt to give away. My first of 8 quilts that I'm giving away this year because I'm grateful. You get it? Grateful for your patronage and for being able to have this creative outlet of FiberCast. So I'm making the first quilt out of a layer cake, and I'll show you the inspiration. Pam Pendleton made this one. So that's what I'm making. Yes, it's a layer cake quilt. Space to slide in a cutting board behind the rulers. Oh, that's a neat idea, Colleen. Wow. I am just so, well, I hope I can keep my place somewhat clean. I'm not done organizing. I still have an area. My friend Deb and cousin-in-law, or anyway, Bob's cousin, is coaching me through this cleanup and purge. And I am really trying to get rid of things that I don't think I will ever use. And it really, so far, I guess it's easier to maintain it too. Find a place for everything, and I'll keep you posted. So Buster had his grooming today, Buster the dog. I just remembered that because I can hear him. He's right underneath me, and he's licking himself. Hi, Buster. Okay, let's sew a couple more of these. We are cranking. This is a good little project. I'm liking it. Okay, and let's just, I think this will work. If I randomly, I think that'll work. Okay. Now I can do them all in a row, can't I? Yeah, so here's what I'll do. This could get really messy really quickly, but I don't think so. Let's see how much we've, okay. So it's 8:40. We've been at this for 40 minutes. Yes, I could use my AccuQuilt, I suppose. But like I said, or you may have heard me or not, these are supposed to be 10 inches by 10 inches, but they're not. They're 9 7/8. So I've had to square them up and make these 4.5 rather than 5-inch squares. So there is a little waste, which is too bad. So, and I guess you'd have to do that in the AccuQuilt too, wouldn't you? check this out. I'll just do one side on all of them. Then hopefully, if they're in the same order, I can do the next side. Ooh, how's that for compliments? Bazinga! Hi, Angela. Happy New Year. I know you forgot today's Friday. I am all discombobulated with what has turned out to be 2 great holiday weeks. Don't you love when the holiday falls on a Friday? Makes 2 weeks fun. But yeah, it gets you all confused. Especially today being the first with Buster having his haircut. It felt like a work day, but it's sort of a holiday. I was kind of surprised Petco was open. He's had this appointment for 6 weeks. I hope I'm doing this right. I think I am. If not, we will know it. Is Sherry out there? How are things at the pharmacy? Okay. Ta-da! This is fun. Did anyone do the Merry Mayhem mystery today? I did that one year. That was fun. And Jean, if Jean is out there, although I bet Jean's probably cooking dinner for her family. I hope you're laughing, Jean, when you're hearing that. But she's doing the Parallel Universe quilt along with Ebony Love and a couple of other designers. I think she's going to learn some cool things. And I think it's closed, by the way. I think all the spots are taken, but she's got rulers and fabric, and they did a tutorial today that looked really fun. Or she showed us the result of it. Actually, I'll show you. She learned about Y seams and curved piecing. So you can't, there isn't too much contrast there, although you can see it. Check that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 6 sides. That's another thing. Now that it's our 8th year and we're doing these 8 quilts, we could play with, and this was Jean's idea, possibly 8-sided blocks of some sort that we put together. We could play with that possibly. So many possibilities. But clearly I needed an easy one to get out of the gate. Oh, and I just got these out of order. Yikes a doodle. Well, we'll probably spend the rest of FiberCast reorganizing. That's classic. Shoot. Well, you know what I'm going to do? So this belongs to this. So I'm just going to sew it when I find it, and then next time I will keep them in order. Of course you can see Buster's haircut, Sarah. Yes, you can. Hey, Buster. Hi, can you get up for a minute? It's like I was saying, this is like baking a cake. Oh, come here. Come here. Come over here. Come on, I want to show you to people. Yeah, come on. Oh, it's okay. He doesn't know what. It's okay. Come here. Come here. Good boy. Come here. Oh, honey. See, it's just me. Hi. Me and the rest of the world. Say hi to Sarah. There you go. He's sitting down. He still has his harness on because I'm going to take him out. Aw, Jan, I know. Aw. Can you look up here? Yeah, there you are. What do you think? Today we just did his face, his feet, and his bits. And we let his hair grow. And he's so soft and smooth. I love this little guy. Oh, he looks so adorable. Snuggle him for me. I will. I will, Sarah. He's been a good addition to our family. Yeah. Yeah. You're on display. Okay, you want to go back and go to bed? Okay. Here you go. Mwah. Oh, you can lie right there. That's cool. If you want. I'm just finishing up. Maybe I'll reorganize these while we're here. Because I goofed. I know. Okay, there's the second one. Oh, there's the third one. Hey, it's okay. Are you not comfortable? Ooh, that was a burp. There's the third one. Oh, you want to go down? Okay, you get off. I know my shirt's slippery, isn't it? It's okay, I got you. Oh, you want to get down? Okay. There you go. He is a good companion. Thanks, Sarah. Oh, I had to get him because you moved away. I'm kidding. But I do miss you. I do miss my creative buddy. Okay, let's see. There's that. There's that. There's that. There's that. There's that. And that. Here we go. Now we should have this. I miss you all too. Thanks so much for this. Oh, yes. Of course. I hope I've said hi to everyone. I just love that you're out there. Time to be creative. I know, like we've said, I think it's going to be important these next few weeks to stay connected virtually. because I found myself getting kind of sad today. Because after the holiday, there's more time to think about limitations of the pandemic, but we'll get through it. I still highly recommend walking. And that's all I will prescribe. I think maybe I'll finish these and then let you all go. I can't think of anything else. I showed you my gift. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I've said that. I showed you Cindy's quilt, which is really cool. Maybe that's what I'll do. When I'm done with this, I'll just show you Cindy's quilt up close. We put flowers in the sashing, and then we stippled around the sunbonnets. And it's Sunbonnet Sue's and Sam's. Oh, no. No, it's both. The Sunbonnet Sue's are wearing pants, though. They're adorable. Like earlier today, I was thinking about if I did get into making clothing, something. I have a friend here who makes really good clothing, and I'd like to invite her as a guest. But I can't yet. So, with Zoom or with other ways, there is a way to do it, isn't there? It has been cold. Carol, I've been working the whole time, but not being able to have in-person contact with my family is still lonely. Oh, Carol, it must be. It's very lonely, isn't it? It is. Come play with us during Open Sew. Okay, now maybe I shouldn't cut these. No, because I'm going to have to rearrange these anyway. That's pretty classic. All right. Well, I don't even know what time it is. My Garmin watch is on the fritz. Okay. So by next week, oh, isn't that pretty? Look at these colors. We will have made progress. Let me show you this quilt up close and personal. Okay. So again, this was made by Cindy Pratt, and she has a story about each of the sunbonnets, whether it's the mother or the father or the grandparents. I think this is the mother does yoga. She said the grandfather here worked on submarines. So she had this little submarine here. What else? Oh, the grandmother, her friend. Oh boy, there we go. I think I may have lost you. Did I lose you? lost my screen. Phew, I didn't lose you. Okay, one more thing. This middle one with the rooster is adorable. Oops. Isn't that cute? Her friend likes roosters. So this is just a lovely quilt. If you haven't made a sunbonnet Sue or Sam, maybe think about this in the new year. We could do COVID sunbonnets. Or maybe we're done with COVID. Anyway, I am so grateful for being able to do this for you and with you. And thank you for joining me. I will be here next Friday night. And remember, we're giving quilts away. So come play with us. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining me.